Welcome back to New Mexico Now. My name is Dan Gutierrez, and as some of you might know, film is becoming a bigger thing in New Mexico. Stranger Things Season 4 just got released, and it's kind of fun to see moments of New Mexico in the background with some huge name actors. And guess what? The industry is just growing, and they are looking for talent all across the board. And are you an entertainer? Are you an actor? Are you a performer? Are you just looking to get a little better? Well, guess what? I got the answer for you, and they're sitting right next to me. Hello, Scott and Kalina. How are you two?
Good. Good, pretty good.
Okay, so you have an acting, a workshop coming up this week? Or
that
this
is
next
correct.
week?
That is correct. Next weekend. So it's going to be on the 25th and 26th. And we have two. We have one in the morning both days, one in the afternoon both days. First one, 9 a.m., second one at 1 p.m. And you get 6 hours of Meisner training in 2 days. It's awesome.
Okay, I have no idea what a Meisner training is. Can you explain that to me?
All right, so there was a guy named Sandy Meisner.
Okay.
He taught for about 60 years. 37 of his students went on to be nominated for Oscars.
Okay.
So he was a pretty successful guy at teaching actors how to act, especially for film and television. I had a chance to meet Sandy Meisner near the end of his life in Los Angeles back in the 1990s. Trained in that technique, found it to be much better than the other techniques that I had trained, and so I began then teaching at that point. And I have continued to do that in Los Angeles, around the world, and am now director of the Meisner Institute, and so we're moving around the world looking to help actors be better at their craft.
Okay, so you travel all over the place to teach actors all across the country, so it's kind of a treat to have you in town, be able to show some the kids or people that are veterans. Sometimes.
Well, I love New Mexico. I think it's an amazing place. I think that you guys have done an amazing job with what you've created here with film and television.
Thank you. I'll take all of the credit for that.
You get all of the credit, Dan. To me, this is a natural place to come and see if we can help some of the local actors improve their craft so that they can compete for the jobs when the film companies come here and do their films.
We have a studio called Netflix in town. They're a small business, right?
Small.
They're one of those little mom and pop shops that just right around the corner that we can all work for, right?
Have I heard of them?
No, and that's one of the things that I've been talking to a lot of actors and performers all throughout New Mexico. And funny thing is, and this is a secret I don't want to say on TV right now, but if you're out in LA, you're kind of a small fish in a big pond.
Yep.
But here in Albuquerque, you're kind of a bigger fish in a small pond. And the reason why is, if you notice some of the local actors that have agents, you click on one of their IMDb pages, you'll see almost everything listed.
Yeah.
Everything that was shot in town listed.
Yeah.
Avengers, Stranger Things. But it's like you see, they're all getting bit parts, they're getting scene acting.
Yeah.
How do you, I don't know, and maybe this isn't really a question for the acting side, maybe it's business side, but how do you kind of stand out when you're going into some of these auditions to get a role outside of just being a scene actor?
You want me to tell you one secret?
Yeah, I want all the secrets here.
All right. Meisner said, never come in empty.
Never come in empty. I'm writing this down.
Write it down.
I'm actually writing this down.
We're getting notes here live.
So most actors, when they come into an audition, they just walk in, say, hi, I'm Scott Trost. Here I am, ready to read. Professional actors that understand what they need to do, they will do some type of preparation, emotional preparation, before they come in the room. It immediately sets them apart. I've been on the casting side and I've watched that happen, where there'll be people coming through and then all of a sudden an actor who's just done something to prepare emotionally for their reading comes in, and immediately you're going, okay, that's the guy.
Okay.
That's the guy. And it's a small thing, but again, most actors who don't know about that would never think to do that before they go in.
So are you saying emotionally prepare for the role or the scene or the sides that you receive? Sides are like partial scripts that you receive.
Yeah, well, you're making some decision about where you're coming from emotionally when you start the scene. But Meisner's point is, come with something. Something. So let's say it's a sad scene, but you come in with as if you're coming from some place where you're really happy. So you come in happy, all of a sudden there's your wife saying, I want a divorce, and boom, now we're on an emotional journey. Okay. But there's something going on already when the camera first starts rolling. And not only will the camera see that, but so will the casting people.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm asking for some of these questions here because not everyone that is watching are going to be able to come. And I think you're still going to get more insight when you go to the actual acting workshop. and get more out of it. So, Kalina, you're the New Mexico representative.
Yes, I am.
What got you into this situation here, I guess?
This situation here? Well, I got into Meisner originally in New York, and so I was in New York acting studio, and we actually did a myriad of different kind of acting things. It was just a one-year part-time conservatory, and I got into the Meisner work that way, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is so interesting because of the amount of detail that goes into it and the simplicity of it. And I just thought, well, that's incredible to just focus on one thing will change your entire performance. And then you just kind of layer on and you grow as you go. And then I met Scott because I ran into his brother on a walk.
My brother lives in New Mexico.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I'm just trying to like see what makes this different than like the Chubbuck acting or the what is the one where you just become the person and what's his name?
Strasberg?
Not Strasberg. The other one that just you kind of become crazy. That what's his name from Joker did, and he kind of annoys all of his coworkers. But I'm totally forgetting. But
there's a lot of great techniques out there.
Stanislavski.
Yeah. There's a lot of great techniques out there. What the actor has to do is find the one that is best for them. For me, it was the Meisner work was just like a magic wand that just made my acting so much better. I love the simplicity of it, so it's great for younger people as well. So you're not trying to do complicated things. For instance, right now, I'm just talking to you and you're talking to me.
Yeah, we're trying.
It's
awkward because we have TV cameras, we got like a team of people, and we're trying to be natural, and that's really tough.
If I just put my attention on you, I'm not worried about the cameras anymore. I'm just looking at you and talking to you, responding to what you're giving me from moment to moment. So just learning that simple thing about putting your attention on the other person. Now it's interesting because there's a little more intense moment.
I'm in.
Aren't you?
I see this.
Didn't you feel that?
I don't know if I should ask for a hug now. I don't know what's going on.
I will give you a hug.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, thank you. So you followed your impulse.
Right, no,
that's the next thing you learn.
The other thing, but that was I could feel that, and I could tell that there is 30 years of experience here. Yeah. I have about 30 years of like talking and being with people in front of these cameras and doing this, but I could see that you could close everything out and really get into that moment and find that moment. And I think you explained it pretty well.
What we'll do this next weekend is we'll start that journey.
Okay.
We'll find a North Star that you can aim towards in terms of where you want to go with truthful acting.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
Okay. Is there any, let me see, I'm trying to go through some of these things. The event is this next week on the 25th and the 26th. Is there a place that I could go for more information, follow you, follow your career, or you can plug personal or whatever on here. Go ahead.
Awesome. So where you can find it is going to be meisnerinstitute.com, or you can go meisner.institute on Instagram. And if you want to find me, my Instagram's Kalina Schulz Official, which is KALINASCHULZ Official. Or just come to the workshop.
It's different than the unofficial Kalina Schulz.
Don't go there.
It's really weird. Yeah. So don't go there. And yourself, anywhere do you want to plug so that people
come to meisnerinstitute.com, sign up for the workshop, come and hang out and learn a little bit about acting. That's where I am.
Okay. And you said you've been doing it for about 30 years. What got you into acting at the get-go? And you said you were I did a little talking before the break, but you were in Oklahoma?
I grew up in Oklahoma. I was a very shy kid. My mother was worried about it. She enrolled me in an acting class. All of a sudden, things were happening to me that I'd never felt in life. And I found that I was much more comfortable living in imaginary worlds than the real world. So,
what do you think that is?
Probably some deep psychological problem.
You like to wear somebody else's skin for the day.
I love to be able to express from my heart the truth. And in life, we have to keep up barriers with each other. But in acting, you get to let all that down.
Oh, I do that here. That's why it's like I'm kind of open.
Yeah, I think you've managed to bring your imaginary world into the real world, Dan.
This is pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
And how about you? Where'd you start in acting, and what kind of keeps you going?
What kind of keeps me going? My thing has always been storytelling. I grew up in an art town, tiny coal mining art town in New Mexico. Madrid. Okay. So I grew up there, and then I moved to Belize, Central America, in the middle of the jungle. And from there is just huge difference, huge. And then I went to New York, which was the concrete jungle, which is entirely different. So after live in those places, the thing that had always fascinated me is people, why they work, work, who they are, where do they come from, because everyone has a different driving force that gets them to where they're going or why they do what they do. And so whether it's painting, whether it's directing, whether it's producing or acting, it comes back to the human story. And I think that that's what we're here for. And it creates empathy. And there's no better feeling than feeling understood and understanding.
Gotcha. Scott, got any projects, any movies or anything that you've been working on lately?
I was just in Germany directing 5 short films with a group there. Going to the Philippines here in October to do some work there. Have a group of Chinese students who are coming over to LA this summer to work and do some stuff. So very busy.
Gotcha.
Very busy.
Well, congratulations on all of that. And the technique I was thinking of was method acting. That's the one that I completely forgot. Yeah. So there's my brain. The other questions I have is what's next? Anything else? Any big projects or anything?
We would love to keep this thing going in New Mexico, so if we can get a good turnout and start building a family here and then connecting it to the international community, that would be a really cool thing.
Who do you think this would work best for? Coming to your workshop, because you have multiple workshops. Are they targeted to different learning levels?
Well, I love starting as soon as even with younger people. I think that's a great time to start, because as we get older, we start building more walls that are harder to tear down. And my experience has been, if you get people who are young, it's so much easier for them to come to life under imaginary circumstances. So I love it when younger people come. Obviously, when older people come into the class, they have so much life experience that makes it so interesting when they start opening up. So I love both. We're opening it up to any age group that will come. So we'll find a great way to work together.
For people that are beginners or newbies that really are shy and nervous about coming to such a thing and jumping into maybe this industry, This
is a great place to start.
Okay.
One of the things that we're most concerned about is making sure we're in a safe environment, 100%. That it's going to be a joyful thing, that it's going to be a place where people are safe with each other, where anything is consent-based. So we spend a lot of time making sure that this is going to be an experience that's going to be a positive one for all the people there.
Okay. Age ranges that you're looking for?
What do you think, Lena?
16 and up, honestly.
16
yeah,
up.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
If someone slipped in a little bit earlier than that, I would maybe...
You won't check that ID.
I won't check that ID. No.
All right, so kids 16 or up that are interested in...
Yep.
All they need to do is bring their heart.
Okay, bring their hearts.
Yeah.
Bring their hearts.
And how long are the courses? How many hours?
So you get 3 hours each day. So whether you choose the morning or the afternoon, you get 3 hours Saturday, 3 hours Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get 6 hours in total of Meisner, which is fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Is there anything that I'm missing out of all this? I really want to see, I want to cover everything, but I just want to make sure that I'm not.
Dan, I want you to get back into acting.
Please.
You have this amazing personality.
Well, thank you.
And I would love to see you in a film or on stage or doing something. So,
well, thank you.
So that's the one thing we're missing is you being back in acting.
You said this before I even walked in. That's very, very sweet of you guys. We'll see how it goes. I used to be an actor a long time ago, and I just don't know if I'm going to jump back into that.
Never too late.
Well, thank you, too, for showing up. One more time, where can we go for more information, contact you for signing up and registering for these classes?
MeisnerInstitute.com.
MEisnerinstitute.com.
Excellent. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we got more from New Mexico Now.